Hello, good people of the internet. We are live for the eighth day in a row. This is slightly different, and I'm not just talking about the shirt that I'm wearing. I'm almost ready to leave for work. I'm already getting slightly late, but a promise is a promise, and a challenge is a challenge. The challenge is for me to go live 20 days in a row and talk my heart out about the most powerful, the most prudent thing going on in my mind. And here I am for the eighth day in a row. I did something differently today. I actually went live on Instagram before YouTube, and I wanted to try that out as well because that's something which I have not done previously. I mean, I've done it just 2, 3 years back, but I wanted to see how it will feel like to be live on Instagram as well. And it is different, and that actually did put me off because I'm very familiar with this setup now. Just having my phone here and my laptop here and just doing all of this. Instagram, you have to really come in front of the front camera and always be looking at people joining, etc. And that does really tend to put you off. So it was an uncomfortable live video for me, but it was also a part of the growth. Maybe I'll still do that even tomorrow or other days during this 20-day live challenge that are remaining. So what I wanted to talk about today was a paradox of the better way. The paradox of a better way. And this is something I've been sitting with since morning. I was thinking how it is paradoxical that the people who actually need a better way the most as of now will actually be the people who will be resisting it the most, will actually be people who will be the most reluctant towards any sort of a message that a better way has to say. And why do I say that? This is from my experience. I put out a video a couple of weeks back where I was talking about how the social media and YouTube, including, is polarizing us and how you can actually go about improving your experience on YouTube. I took YouTube as a use case. How you can go about customizing your experience and owning your experience and why that is necessary. And then what I did was I put it out on my social media and asked people for feedback. I asked people to tell me where you think this video does or does not work or can be improved, etc. And out of the few people who actually responded back and gave me feedbacks, the ones who were positive, the ones who resonated with the message, were ironically people who did not really need it, quite honestly. I mean, outwardly, the way I've seen them act, they are almost always not too polarized. But people who came back and gave me feedbacks saying that this does not apply here, this does not apply here, etc., were ironically people to whom this message was supposed to be the most relevant because they are amongst the most polarized people I know. And it's crazy how this is actually true. And I think I'm sitting with this right now because yesterday Rocco, in our massive long video, the live video that we did about the Kali Yuga, Rocco introduced me to Jarman's law. I've read it somewhere before also in his writing, but what it literally says is the more relevant information is to solving a complex problem, the less relevant it will be regarded by those who need it the most, and the more decisively it will be dismissed by experts. And I think that is why I'm sitting with this message today, because I have seen this paradox in my own lived experience also. And if you think about it, um, it's such a crucial thing to understand. The way I can explain it is human beings always arrange themselves in a form of a pyramid across any single avenue that you think about. So if it is the human consciousness, the, let's just say, the awareness to which a human being is aware of, the wisdom, the knowledge out of which a human being acts out of, across any dichotomy, across any avenue of their life, human beings arrange themselves in the form of a pyramid, and maximum people will be at the base of the pyramid. And the more you are along any side of the pyramid, the more polarized you are. I hope you're getting that picture, right? But almost all people are by definition in the center. A lot of them are, and that is our lived experience also. I mean, I don't think I know too many polarized people around me. I do know a lot of polarized people, but then again, most people that I would know are actually not really too polarized. They are closer to the center. But then the people who are closer to the center do not really resonate with the messages of how to solve polarization or why to even solve polarization, because they themselves are not too polarized. Now, the people who need messages of transcendence the most are actually people who are closer to the extremities of the pyramid, and by definition they will reject it the most because they're already too agitated against the other side. They're already too agitated with the entire commotion that is happening, and they will not hear you if you talk about transcendence. They'll only hear you if you talk about their own side. And that's my request to you. That's where my appeal to everyone in the center comes. If you feel that you are not a polarized person, if you feel that you do not really have too much of a skin in the game when it comes to politics, when it comes to the religious game and whatnot, all the other dichotomies that are playing out on the internet, in our lives, in our society. If you feel you are closer to the center, if you feel that you, by and large, act out of love rather than acting out of hatred, these messages are that much more important to be shared by you, because I do not have the luxury of talking to people who are closer to extremes, on who are polarized across all of these dichotomies. I do not have the luxury of talking to them as if I'm on their team, because even if I am on their team, I'm on their team only if they are willing and ready to transcend and let go of their limited paradigm, their limited side of the tug of war we are all playing. So any message I put out on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, wherever I put out messages, I'm always going to be, let me put it this way, both sides will always feel that I'm against them. I'm talking against them. And therefore, by definition, the way our algorithms work, these messages will not really reach them. These messages will not reach the people who they are actually destined to reach also. And therefore, the people in the center with whom messages of love, messages of transcendence resonate a lot more. My appeal to you is to share these messages with more and more people, because the more you share, the more you engage, the more these messages will actually become resonant with a wider population, and they will have more opportunity to actually reach more people. And that's the message I wanted to give out here. So if you're here, if you feel that you are closer to the center across all of the dichotomies that you can see, if you act mostly out of love and not out of hatred, the messages that we're putting out on a Better Way platform actually need more love from your side, because we will never have the luxury of receiving love from people who are already polarized, already agitated. We'll keep talking to their human souls, we'll keep talking to the the part of them which is behind that agitated state of mind. But these messages, the way the internet is right now, these messages won't even reach them unless they are amplified by the people in the center. And therefore, that is the message for you. And I know the irony of putting out more and more content on the internet, where there is already petabytes of content being uploaded every single day. I know the irony is not lost on me. I'm We on a Better Way platform are also trying to, in one manner of speaking, there is everyone shouting, and we are also trying to shout, asking them to not shout. So it is a paradox too. We know that. I mean, Rocco and I put together a 2 hour long video yesterday, and by the end of it, we were ourselves talking about how it is ironical and paradoxical that we talk about how there is so much noise on the internet, and then we ourselves end up putting out a 2 hour long live video. But if you check out that video, by the way, if you check out that video, especially after the first half an hour, it is a game changing video. It actually has potent, powerful messages for everyone across all ends of every single dichotomy that you can see. And even for the people in the center, even though I say that the message may not directly resonate with you, or it may directly resonate with you, but you may feel that you already understand this, there are messages of transcendence also coming along. So if you watch that video, I'm definitely sure there will be some key moments in that video which will definitely strike a chord with you, which definitely will make you feel as if this is the kind of a message that your soul actually wants to hear. This is the kind of a message that your soul wants to act towards. And that's it. So I think I'll call it a day here. Like I said, I'm getting late for work. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, so this is day 8 of the 20-day life challenge. I've done my part. I hope you play your part to share the trailer of this channel with more people in your community. Share other videos on this channel, even if it's a short video. Share it with your friends and family. Share it with your communities on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, wherever you can share these messages. You know that a better way is beckoning all of us, and a better way is coming through, but no one else is coming. We need to save ourselves this time. And so the invitation is for you to play your part.